6 kids have been removed from a Dakota County home after charges of child abuse and sexual conduct.
Investigators say the parents living in this South St. Paul home punished 2 of their children by withholding food from them, locking them in a room, or tying them to a pole or bed. WCCO's Jennifer Mayerly spoke with the county and the children's mother about the accusations.
This is a very disturbing case.
Dakota County Attorney James Backstrom says his primary concern is to protect the children that lived in this home. The criminal complaint accuses Flor Gallegos of child abuse against 2 of the kids.
Allege that these children were falsely imprisoned. They were either locked in their bedroom or tied up in a basement, and they were denied food, potentially whipped with a belt or an extension cord.
At the home, Gallegos denied the allegations.
No.
I mean, what do you want to say about that?
No. I think what it is I think it's just a lot of the stuff is being put into the kids' heads.
She admitted to disciplining the kids.
I spanked them with a belt, but I've never spanked them with no whip.
And then invited us inside to see the living conditions.
Well, this is the 3 little kids' room.
The county removed the children from the home in November. Her husband, Alfonso, seen in this old picture, is accused of causing serious injury to one of the boys' genitals.
No possible way, because my husband's not a nasty pervert like that.
According to court documents, the siblings didn't report it because they didn't want to be split up. Documents show Child Protective Services have investigated incidents at the home.
Jen tells us there are warning signs of child abuse to watch out for. If a child has a shift in behavior, becomes more anxious, depressed, or acts out aggressively, or watch for a change in appetite or level of energy. If a child complains about their body hurting, and if suddenly they don't want to be around a person.
A woman faces terrorism charges after police say she started fires at St. Catherine's University. The U.S. Attorney says 19-year-old Nuza Hassan tried to provide materials to support al-Qaeda in September, then lied about it to the FBI. In January, officials say the former student at St. Kate's set fires in 7 different buildings. Security footage helped police catch Hassan in a dorm. The federal indictment also describes how she delivered a letter to 2 students asking them to join the jihad. Hassan is still facing first-degree arson charges and remains at the Ramsey County Jail.
A new analysis from the Minnesota Department of Health says water contaminated by 3M may have polluted the ground, but did not lead to unusual rates of birth problems or certain cancers. The state of Minnesota says for more than 4 decades, 3M dumped industrial waste containing PFCs at 4 disposal sites in the East Metro. Last year, the state of Minnesota sued for billions of dollars, claiming 3M's waste caused higher rates of cancer and premature births. The Department of Health says it re-examined the available data, didn't find evidence to back up those claims. In response, Minnesota Attorney General Lori Swanson says the agency is embarrassed it didn't protect the public health sooner, saying in part, it's deeply troubling that the Minnesota Department of Health rushed a report out the door a week after its chief architect wrote in an email that the cancer portion of the report will be weak and that it will be nowhere near our standards. And frankly, it'll run the political risk of embarrassing MDH in the hands of even a novice epidemiologist. In response, the Department of Health said, in part, the reports had full and proper technical review, and our reports are supported by all staff involved.
Teachers in St. Paul, upset with how union contract negotiations are going, set a strike date. They say they'll walk off the job starting Tuesday if a settlement is not reached with the district by that time. Mediation has been underway for a week now between the Teachers Federation and St. Paul Public Schools. The key issues involve class size, support for English language learners, and money. The district anticipates another budget shortfall for the upcoming school year as it continues to struggle with declining enrollment. Our Mary McGuire joins us live from district headquarters ahead at 5 with what both sides are saying.
President Donald Trump calling on Congress to support bipartisan budget deal reached in the Senate on Wednesday. Massive agreement funds the government for the next 6 weeks and raises spending on military and domestic programs over the next 2 years. Congress has until midnight to pass some sort of a budget deal or risk another government shutdown. If Congress doesn't get a deal, community health care centers around the state could close or face drastic cuts. Government helps fund 72 of these clinics in Minnesota. Senator Tina Smith says funding was included in the Senate compromise bill, but it is not a done deal yet. This is a great story. A baby in Georgia with a smile that's winning the hearts of millions.
Yeah, this is Lucas. The baby, food company Gerber just named him its 2018 Gerber baby. Now, Lucas is the first Gerber baby with Down syndrome. He was chosen from more than 140,000 entries. Lucas's mom says she hopes this opportunity sheds light on people with special needs. And can I just say, he is adorable. Look at that smile.
Oh, he's super cute.
Oh,
super
yes.
cute.
Well,